Greetings, my friend. Tim here. Welcome to this private training page. If you're getting access to this link, that tells me that you are in the process of evaluating our program called The Fearless Mama. In these content videos and the PDFs and everything that we have for you here on this particular page, it's all meant to expand your mind. In other words, I want you to start thinking differently. I want you to start thinking strategically. I want you to start thinking about more money, more freedom, more lifestyle. I want you to start thinking in abundance. And I want you to start thinking in terms of using and leveraging systems. Now, I know I've just said a lot here in the first 45 seconds or so. So let me just take a step back and let me break down for you this extremely powerful concept that I can almost guarantee you've never heard of, much less even thought of. Okay, so what are we going to be talking about here today? We're going to be talking about what is called the 500-hour work week. Okay, I want you to write that down in your notes. 500-hour work week. Now, I know you're probably thinking, okay, well, that's virtually impossible. I mean, I think there's like only 170 plus hours in the work week, and that's if you're working literally 24/7, no sleep, nothing. So it's physically impossible for any one person to work a 500-hour work week, and you would be correct. That is absolutely correct. You can't work a 500-hour work week. However, here's what you can do. You can leverage systems that work for you. All right, now let me explain. Let me break this down for you. Again, I promise you I'm going to blow your mind, because the first time that I was taught about this, first time I heard about the 500-hour work week, it was like revolutionary. I had never in a million years even remotely thought that this was possible. All right, so here we go. What I'm going to do here on the virtual whiteboard, and P.S. and by the way, I want you to think about this environment that you are in as being in school. Whether you had a good experience in school or a bad experience in school is irrelevant. I just want you to think about like elementary or middle school. Remember when the teacher was in the front of the class and you had that big green whiteboard or the green chalkboard, and the teacher would stand in front of the class, and you, being the good student that you are, hint, 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 you would be sitting there paying attention, taking copious notes. Remember those days? Well, we're going to take that same idea and we're just going to apply it right here. We're going to use the digital whiteboard. So what I've got here on the screen is a digital whiteboard, and I'm going to doodle all this stuff out so you can follow along with me. Hopefully it makes sense. Hopefully you're able to read my chicken scratch. We'll just do the best I can and hope for the best. So what I have for you here is a guy named Joe. All right, we're going to call this guy Joe. All right, and for the sake of this example, we're going to say that Joe makes $50K a year, $50,000 a year at his job. And I don't care what Joe does. I don't care if he works at Walmart. I don't care if he's a garbage collector. I don't care if he's a bank teller. That's totally irrelevant to me. The point is that Joe has a job that works from 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. Okay, so he's got a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday type of job. Very respectful, very noble. He gets up, goes to work to provide and support for his family. All right, now here's the question. Here's the question I want to ask you, and I want you to really think about this. I want you to think about Joe as he's leaving work. So let's say that this is his office. Okay, and this is Joe. All right, and he's got his hat on backwards, and he is literally ready to rock and roll, because guess what? It's 5 o'clock. It's quitting time. All right, so Joe is bolting out of the office. All right, now let me ask you this question. If Joe is a regular quote-unquote employee, a regular job employee, whether he's hourly or salary, it doesn't matter. Okay, he's just an employee. If Joe leaves at 5, does he continue to make money? Yes or no? All right, let me rephrase the question. If Joe leaves work at 5 o'clock, he works 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, and at 5 o'clock he leaves work. He's done working for the day. Is Joe still making money? Yes or no? Well, the answer is no. Okay, because Joe is good. He's done with work. He's left work. He's done. He's not making any more money. So basically, from 5 p.m. until the following morning at 9 a.m., there is no money being made for Joe. Okay, so Joe is a sad person. He's sad because between 5 and 9 a.m., he's not making any money. All right, so that is the typical scenario for the average employee. All right, it's the same scenario that I have personally gone through. All right, because I've worked in restaurants myself, and the second that I clocked out, guess what? I'm not making any more money. All right, the second that time clock punches me out, I'm done. No more money. Same thing for my dad. He went to work Monday through Friday. He worked. He got up, went to his job, came home at 5. No more money. No more. He had removed the capability of making money because he wasn't physically involved in the creation of money. All right, so let me ask you the second question. All right, so I'm going to erase this, and I'm going to ask you a what-if question. What if Joe was able to make money 24/7? All right, literally 24/7, and he was able to leverage and create for himself a 500-hour work week to where he was making money and had systems and tools do the telling and the selling for him 24/7, whether Joe was physically working or not. Let me explain. All right, so welcome back, Joe. Okay, this is our good friend Joe. But this time, Joe is not just an employee. This time, Joe has decided to venture onto the internet to make a second income stream for his family. All right, he's just not cutting it at his job. He doesn't like his job. They're working him too many hours. He doesn't feel respected, etc., etc. So he's coming online to look at various income streams, business opportunities, make money systems, etc., in the hopes that he's going to be able to make money from home. All right, so what Joe has done now is he has entered into our program called the Fearless Mama. All right, I'm going to write that on the screen here. All right, and there's a cost at $250. That's his entry fee into the Fearless Mama. Now, I'm not going to explain to you what the Fearless Mama is. I'm not going to get into, what the $250, what you get for all that. There's a link underneath this video. If you want to learn more about the Fearless Mama, it will take you right over to the information page for the Fearless Mama. But for the time being, I'm giving you a very crystal clear explanation as to what Joe is doing to make some side income. All right, so Joe decided to join the Fearless Mama. He paid or bought his ticket for $250. Now, what Joe does is he's following the training that we provided him. All right, so what we've done is we've taught Joe to start leveraging a system. So he's taken, basically what he's done is he's taken the full burden off of his shoulders and now has split the burden of responsibility of making money from his shoulders onto the Fearless Mama. Let me explain that further. All right, so inside the Fearless Mama, we use systems, we use tools, and we use leverage to make money literally 24/7. Okay, now how is that remotely possible? Let me give you a very brief but quick explanation. Let's say that Joe runs an ad, all right, and pays maybe $50 for the ad, whatever. All right, and that ad is sent to 10,000 people. All right, that is potentially 10,000 eyeballs, okay, seeing Joe's ad. Now, how long do you think it would take for Joe to physically, just himself, No systems, no tools, no leverage, no nothing. Just Joe to distribute an ad to where there were 10,000 people seeing that ad. It would take Joe forever. I don't even think he would be able to do it. It would literally take him forever to do it. So, what is Joe doing? Joe is smart. He is now leveraging systems, tools to make the ad visible to 10,000 people even while Joe is sleeping. Even while he's sleeping, people are looking at his ad. And guess what they're doing? They're requesting info off his ad. Okay? Requesting info, even, get this part, even at 3 in the morning. All right, so even while Joe is sleeping, his ad, his quote-unquote system, is working for him. And even what's cooler is that people are buying or sending Joe money even at 3:30 in the morning. So while Joe is sleeping, Joe is making money. How is that possible, you ask? Well, inside the Fearless Mama, we teach Joe how to place ads that attract individuals automatically. So you're not selling anyone, you're not talking to anyone, you're not, having to create thousands of videos on YouTube or do endless Facebook Lives or anything like that. All right, we teach people, specifically individuals like Joe, how to run an ad, get people to see the ad, get them to request information about the ad, and then a percentage of those people who request information buy, therefore sending Joe $250. All right. It all boils down to, my friend, the bigger picture here is using systems and tools to create what? Leverage. Because what we want to do is we want to create leverage to where we have the ability and the capability to make money 24/7 with or without our direct influence. In other words, I don't know about you, but I sure as heck don't want to sit in front of a computer for 12, 14, 16 hours a day. I've done it before in the past, but I don't choose to do it on a regular basis. And I'm thinking that you're just like me. You don't want to sit in front of a computer for 12, 14, 16 hours a day. Heck, you don't even want to sit in front of the computer for 6 to 8 hours a day. What you want to do is have a system that you can deploy, okay? And I define a system as your ad, your sales page, and your order page. Okay, where somebody can send you money. All right, so you're leveraging the internet, which is a 24/7 entity. The internet never sleeps, it never shuts off. Okay, it's kind of like the Las Vegas Strip. If you've ever been out to Las Vegas, you can go down to the casino and order a steak dinner at 4:30 in the morning. All right, you can make an order online at 4:30 in the morning. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're leveraging systems and tools, thereby allowing Joe to work a 500-hour work week. Because going back to the 10,000 eyeballs, if we had 10,000 eyeballs, do you have any idea how much time is involved here? Okay, we're talking hours. And then these people are requesting information, and guess what they're doing when they request information? They're reviewing our sales material. They're reviewing the sales page over here. Guess what that means? More hours. Okay, when they buy, okay, it's automated. That means more hours. All right, hours that Joe does not have to spend himself in front of the computer. He might spend maybe an hour or two a day, maybe more, maybe less. But once you set up the system runs for you, thereby creating leverage for you, thereby allowing you to expand, okay, and that's the key word, expand your income potential. I hope my sincere hope is that I have done this idea justice. I could go on and on and on, but I'm at about 15 minutes right now into this video. I hope that I've given you a little bit of insight into how you should be thinking. You should be thinking more strategically, and you should be thinking about, you know, when your head hits the pillow tonight, you should be thinking about, okay, what I watched earlier was pretty damn cool, to be honest. I need to figure out how I can be like Joe, and I need to figure out how I can deploy a system that goes to work for me, whether I'm on the computer or not, whether I'm sleeping or goofing off with my kids, whether I'm walking my dog or out shopping with my significant other. I want a system that works for me, thereby leveraging my time, thereby giving me the expansion of being able to collect more money. So, if you have any questions about any of this, feel free to hit us up. This is a really powerful strategy. It's a really powerful concept, and I'm going to encourage you to watch this video at least a few more times. Really let this idea sink in. And again, when your head hits the pillow tonight, really think about this. Let that idea of the $500 work week run through your brain, because I promise you, this video alone can change your life. Talk to you later. If you have any questions or any interest in the Fearless Mama, there is a link underneath this video. Feel free to click on it, and it'll take you right over to the information page for the Fearless Mama. I'll see you on another video.